My father was a quiet man who chose not to speak, and when he did, we listened. Growing up, we'd often go hunting. Our day always began before sunrise in the early stillness of the Montana fall. My father and I, with our rifles and his old beat-up thermos, would pile into his pickup. The soft warm glow of panel lights, the smell of spilt coffee, and the sound of distant steel guitar pining on the radio would always put me back to sleep. I remember one day when the thick gray clouds hung low over the Flathead Valley. We drove into the mountains, hoping to see bull elk. Every once in a while my father would stop the truck and we'd just listen. As we drove around every corner, my father had a story. Some were funny, past mistakes, missed shots, and some were of family, my mother, uncles, cousins, grandparents. And some left us both quiet, contemplative. Deep history lay in those mountains. Each turn in the road was a page in the story. We made our way up the mountainside and broke through the clouds. We stopped at a clear cut atop the ridge, left the truck and began to hike up the road. All around us lay an endless blanket of gray, separating us from the valley below. I'd been up here before, but this time it was different. I began to understand why he brought me to this sacred place. In its quietness, the world began to come alive. And in his quiet way, my father spoke of the clear-cut and the younger pines returning there now. 2 years ago, my father passed away from pancreatic cancer. Many things have changed since that day. My family's grown closer, and I've started on a new path. It has brought me to work at Native People for Cancer Control. And it's given me a new passion for health disparities among Native people. My father's passing has been many things to each of us in our family. For my mother, a lost husband, best friend. For my brother and me, a lost father, role model, and shoulder. But one thing it has not been was an ending.